The miners discuss the potential rewards of their work, highlighting the possibility of obtaining enough jump fuel to travel extensively through settled systems. The mining team continues their work, with supervisors providing guidance on proper techniques and safety measures. There's a contrast drawn between working in Freestar collective space versus United Colonies territory, suggesting less bureaucracy in their current location. The team assesses the yield of their excavation, deciding to move to a more promising vein when the current one proves unproductive. The mining operation reaches a critical phase as the team prepares for a significant extraction. Unusual gravity readings are detected, causing some concern among the crew. However, the leader dismisses these worries, insisting that the anomaly is expected and part of their objective. The atmosphere becomes tense as they approach their target, with the new recruit being sent to investigate further. A dramatic event occurs during the extraction process, resulting in the new recruit losing consciousness. Upon awakening, they are disoriented but unharmed. The team has successfully acquired their target sample, which is described as extremely valuable despite its unassuming appearance. A ship belonging to an organization called Constellation approaches, revealing the true nature of their mission. The arrival of the Constellation ship brings a shift in the narrative. The mining operation is revealed to be a cover for a more significant discovery. The new recruit's experience with the artifact becomes a point of interest, suggesting they have become inadvertently involved in something much larger than a simple mining job. The situation escalates quickly as hostile forces, identified as the Crimson Fleet, attack the mining site. In the aftermath of the Crimson Fleet attack, the new recruit is invited to join Constellation, an organization dedicated to space exploration and uncovering cosmic mysteries. This invitation is partly due to their unique experience with the artifact. The recruit is given a special watch and instructed to board a ship called Frontier, marking the beginning of a new journey into the unknown reaches of space. The narrative shifts to the recruit's journey aboard the Frontier. They navigate through space, eventually approaching New Atlantis, a city within United Colonies territory. The ship undergoes a security scan before being cleared for landing. Upon arrival, the recruit is guided through the city, learning about its infrastructure and the neutral status of Constellation within the political landscape of the settled systems. The recruit arrives at Constellation's headquarters, known as the Lodge. They meet with other members of the organization, recounting their experience with the artifact. The group conducts an experiment, bringing together multiple artifacts which react in an unprecedented manner. This reaction sparks excitement and debate among the Constellation members, as it suggests the existence of an unknown intelligence beyond the settled systems. The meeting concludes with the recruit being officially invited to join Constellation. The organization's mission is reaffirmed, to explore the unknown reaches of space and uncover the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. The recruit is encouraged to embrace this new role, promising a life of discovery and adventure in the vast expanse of the universe. The artifacts are described as odd hunks of metal from uncharted space. Their purpose remains a mystery, and the new member will be part of solving this puzzle. They are encouraged to settle in, introduce themselves to everyone, and prepare for upcoming travels. As a reward for bringing the artifact, they receive credits and a backpack with boost capability for fieldwork. The tour continues to the bar, which is self-service, and then to the new member's assigned room. The lodge is nearly at full occupancy, creating a lively atmosphere. Noelle mentions that Sarah likely has plans for everyone and excuses herself to attend to her duties. Walter Stout, CEO of Stout Eklund and Constellation member, apologizes for his initial frustration and welcomes the new member. He describes the lodge's extensive research and modification equipment, encouraging self-reliance in building necessary tools. Walter explains his role as the financial backer of Constellation, motivated by his admiration for Sebastian Banks' writings and the desire to put his business success to good use. Walter acknowledges the unusual nature of recent events, comparing them to potential hallucinations. He notes that Barrett had similar experiences. While not a scientist himself, Walter recognizes the excitement surrounding these discoveries. He also mentions Stude Eklund's reputation for high-quality ship manufacturing, though he laments the misuse of their modules by less reputable vessels. Motto, a theological scholar turned explorer, welcomes the new member and emphasizes the significance of bringing the artifact. He discusses the discovery of previous artifacts, including one that had been overlooked for years. Motto expresses curiosity about the new member's experience with the artifact, wondering if it felt like a form of communication or divine revelation. Motto shares his background, including his attempt to recover a religious relic from a corporation, which led to his meeting with Walter and joining Constellation. The conversation shifts to Constellation's mission as explorers seeking knowledge in the unknown. Founded by Sebastian Banks, the organization is dedicated to unraveling the universe's secrets, with the artifacts potentially being their most significant discovery. The discussion turns to the nature of the artifacts, which become inert once removed from bedrock. This property allows them to be passed around unnoticed. Constellation is actively seeking more artifacts, following leads and tips. A promising lead from the UC Vanguard is mentioned, necessitating a trip to Mast to meet with a contact at the Vanguard recruiting office. The new member is invited to join a mission to investigate the lead. They are cautioned about maintaining discretion to avoid drawing attention from UC security. The journey begins with a walk through New Atlantis, where they encounter a Vanguard recruiter who provides information about a Vanguard volunteer named Mora, who possesses an object matching the artifact's description. The team encounters a drifting ship under attack by mercenaries. They decide to board the vessel to rescue the Vanguard member and secure the artifact. After a successful operation, they retrieve the artifact and return to the lodge. The artifact is integrated with the others, causing an energy spike before stabilizing. The new member is officially welcomed into Constellation and invited to continue traveling with the team to investigate more leads. The speaker introduces a new member to their dysfunctional family, warning them about potential dark history lessons. They discuss the Frontier spacecraft, reassuring the newcomer of its reliability despite its flaws. The conversation shifts to an upcoming expedition to Isla, the first settled planet of the Freestar Collective and home to their capital, Isla City. The team plans to land in the city's spaceports, but aims to explore the rough country beyond, following a lead that may be connected to an artifact. The speaker informs the newcomer that once they land on Isla, it will be just the two of them. They encourage any freewheeling before departure, as Core will be a passenger during the journey. The speaker emphasizes their commitment to seeing the mission through to completion, promising to stay close throughout the process. The speaker reveals their connection to Solomon Coe, the first man on Isla. They explain that the artifact they're seeking is linked to a family legend. According to the story, Solomon discovered a small area on Isla that produced no sensor readings, typical of an artifact's effect. He named it the Empty Nest, and noted that even wildlife avoided the area. The speaker mentions that Solomon's maps, which could lead them to this location, are securely stored in the local Gal Bank. Upon arriving at the spaceport, the group is informed by Marshal Daniel Blake about trouble at the Gal Bank, with potential danger to civilians. The Marshal recognizes Sam Coe as a former Freestar Ranger. Despite Sam's departure from the Rangers, the Marshal welcomes potential help with the ongoing hostage situation at the bank. The scene is tense, with robbers threatening hostages and demanding a neutral negotiator. The Marshal briefs the newcomer on the situation, explaining that members of the Shaw gang attempted to rob the bank but were spotted, resulting in a hostage situation. The robbers refuse to negotiate with law enforcement and demand a neutral party. The Marshal sets ground rules for negotiation, emphasizing the priority of saving lives while not giving in to the robbers' demands. The negotiator engages with the robbers, who demand safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. They offer to release the hostages once safely in space. The negotiation reveals that the robbery went wrong, and the situation has escalated beyond the robbers' initial plans. The negotiator successfully convinces the robbers to surrender peacefully, impressing the marshal with their handling of the situation. Following the successful resolution of the hostage situation, the marshal commends the negotiators' skills and suggests they might be Freestar Ranger material. He directs them to Emma Wilcox for potential recruitment. The group then returns to Gal Bank to retrieve Solomon's maps. The aftermath of the situation is described, with hostages recovering and the bank returning to normal operations. Emma Wilcox explains the role of Freestar Rangers in ensuring the safety and security of the Freestar Collective. She outlines various duties, from hunting fugitives to investigating starship thefts. Wilcox emphasizes that while the job isn't financially rewarding, it contributes to making the collective safer. She discusses the Rangers' jurisdiction and authority within Freestar space. To test the potential recruits' abilities, Wilcox assigns them a mission from the terminal. Upon successful completion, the recruit is brought before Marshal Daniel Blake to take the Freestar Ranger oath. After pledging to defend the people of the Freestar Collective, even at the risk of their own life, the recruit is officially deputized and assigned to Ranger Wilcox for field training. The newly appointed Deputy Ranger accompanies Sam Coe to retrieve Solomon's maps from a reluctant family member. After some tense discussion and negotiation, they obtain the key to access the maps. The maps reveal the location of the Empty Nest, a cave in Shawgang territory that may house the artifact they seek. Despite the potential dangers, the team decides to proceed with their mission to investigate the cave and recover the artifact. The mission concludes successfully, with the team returning safely with the artifact. There's a brief moment of concern about potential effects on younger team members, but these worries are quickly dismissed. The artifact is set to join others in their possession, hinting at a larger collection or project in progress. The nature and purpose of these artifacts remain mysterious, leaving room for further exploration and discovery in future missions. The artifact's nature remains a mystery, with no detectable signals or frequencies. Speculation ranges from it being a gigantic bomb to an interstellar children's toy. The discoverer's visions and music suggest it's a message, but more pieces are needed to decipher its purpose. Progress often involves uncertainty, and the team could use some downtime. An offer is extended to team up again, with the condition that the speaker and their co-pilot work together. Constellation is gaining new members, offering an honest job opportunity. The Eye, a deep space scanning station, has been instrumental in locating artifact effects. The data collected takes years to travel across space without a grave drive. Other Constellation members like Andrea and Mato are following up on scans, with concerns raised about Andrea's extended absence. The speaker offers assistance if needed, marking potential locations on the star map. The Eye's data analysis could benefit from additional help, particularly with up-to-date planetary scans to filter anomalous information. Constellation offers compensation for this assistance. The speaker, who usually prefers solitude, acknowledges the importance of occasional social interaction. The Curus Proclamation, a treaty granting humans the right to colonize stars, is mentioned as having been stolen and subsequently returned to its rightful owners. Andrea's return brings relief to the team. A discussion ensues about competition within the group, with differing opinions on whether it breeds motivation or distrust. The conversation shifts to celebrating recent successes and planning future endeavors. Vladimir requests a meeting to discuss new data from the artifacts, which reveals an interesting pattern in gravitational anomalies. A larger anomaly on another planet requires cautious exploration, with the team advised to use scanners and remain vigilant. The team encounters moving rings that react to their presence, leading to a significant discovery. Upon return, medical scans show abnormal cardiovascular and neurological readings. The newfound power is described as a gift from the heavens with practical consequences. The connection between artifacts, temples, and this power remains unclear, necessitating further investigation. The possibility of finding more temples is discussed, with the challenge of identifying matches through complex data analysis. A pirate attack results in casualties, including Calet Troy and some new team members. The speaker reflects on leadership and the importance of valuing team members. Barrett's heroic actions during the attack are recounted, leading to his and Gila's capture by the pirates. A transmission from the captured ship provides hope for a rescue mission. The speaker contemplates a career change, offering assistance if needed. The rescued individual expresses relief and gratitude, recalling a previous life-saving moment. They reflect on the concept of paying it forward and the irony of good deeds sometimes leading to unforeseen consequences. The conversation hints at past challenges and the unpredictable nature of their shared experiences. The narrator recounts a harrowing experience aboard a pirate ship. Initially terrified, they describe how Barrett, their companion, devised a plan to trick the pirates by pretending to fight each other. The ruse worked, allowing them to wrestle with the pirates. Barrett managed to grab a gun and shoot the pilot, causing the ship to lose orbit. The narrator blacked out during the chaos. Upon regaining consciousness, the narrator found Barrett smiling nonchalantly. Barrett jokingly expressed disappointment that the narrator missed the exciting part of their escape. The narrator mentions being on strong painkillers, which affected their perception of events. They recall feeling relief when another ship appeared, only to become anxious upon realizing it was a Crimson Fleet vessel. Barrett reassured the narrator and somehow managed to make the Crimson Fleet ship leave. The narrator, still drifting in and out of consciousness, believed they received a signal from Barrett's ship before it jumped away. Despite their groggy state, the narrator expresses readiness to continue their journey, albeit cautioning against operating heavy machinery. The scene shifts to a conversation involving Barrett, the narrator, and a character named Matur the Grim. They discuss the unpredictable nature of the universe and draw parallels between their experiences as escape artists. Matur, despite being a captor, is described as a gracious host. The dialogue hints at a complex relationship between these characters, blending danger with a strange camaraderie. The narrative jumps to a reunion scene, presumably after Barrett's rescue. Walter and Katri express relief at Barrett's return, though Walter's concern is masked by complaints. The conversation turns to artifacts, with Barrett noting a comforting sensation and visions associated with them. He offers to stay and help the narrator adjust to the weird corners of the universe. Barrett proposes a mission to purchase an artifact in the city of Neon. He explains that the seller is likely dealing in stolen goods and requests the narrator's presence to add credibility to the negotiation. Barrett assures that the mission will be straightforward and offers to accompany the narrator on their ship to the Voli star system. The scene transitions to Neon, described as a place of industrial chemicals and unique local fauna. Walter and Isa, co-CEOs of a company, discuss business matters and their complex relationship. Walter requests access to a discretionary fund for a clandestine meeting at the Astro Lounge, which Isa deduces is related to the artifact purchase. At the Astro Lounge, Walter briefs the narrator on negotiation tactics for acquiring the artifact. They meet the seller, who attempts to double the agreed price. Through skilled negotiation, they secure the artifact without paying extra. As they prepare to leave, they are confronted by a mysterious group called the Starborn. The Starborn, possessing advanced technology, demand the return of the artifact. They claim humanity is unworthy to possess these items and warn of the dangers of pursuing knowledge about them. The situation escalates, forcing the protagonists to flee. The encounter leaves them with more questions than answers about the artifacts and the Starborn's true nature. The group reconvenes to analyze the encounter with the Starborn. They discuss the mysterious ship and the implications of this new faction. The event sparks intense speculation and concern among the team, highlighting the need for further investigation into the artifacts and the enigmatic Starborn. A discussion takes place about an unknown group seeking artifacts. Theories range from intelligent alien life to extra-dimensional beings or even metaphorical avenging angels. While their true nature remains a mystery, it's clear they're willing to use force to obtain the artifacts. The speaker emphasizes the importance of analyzing all available data to learn more about this group and potentially find ways to combat them if necessary. Despite the new threat, the mission to collect artifacts continues with increased caution. Vladimir is tasked with using the Eye to search for new leads. The situation is framed as a potential race against this unknown intelligence. The team is advised to be careful but determined in their pursuit of the artifacts, recognizing the heightened stakes of their mission. A new competitor emerges in the form of Captain Petro, who runs a salvage vessel called the Scow. Petro is known for his aggressive tactics in acquiring relics and artifacts. The team considers a more forceful approach to obtain a particular artifact from Petro, as he refuses to sell it. This situation highlights the increasing competition and potential conflicts in the artifact hunting business. The narrative shifts to an encounter with Captain Petro on his ship. Petro, initially hesitant, agrees to show his prized artifact collection to the visitors. He boasts about his ship's adventures and the security measures protecting his treasures. This interaction provides insight into the eccentric personality of Captain Petro and the value placed on these mysterious artifacts. Captain Petro reveals a particularly significant artifact, claiming it has mystical properties. However, he refuses to part with it, warning against any attempts at theft. The situation escalates, leading to a confrontation where the visitors forcefully take the artifact. This event marks a turning point, showcasing the lengths to which parties are willing to go to obtain these mysterious objects. The scene abruptly changes as a new threat emerges. An entity calling itself the Hunter attacks the team's base, causing chaos and injuries. The focus shifts to protecting the artifacts and evacuating. This dramatic turn of events introduces a powerful new adversary and heightens the urgency of the team's mission. The team frantically prepares to move the artifacts while defending against the Hunter's attack. They struggle with the decision to help their injured comrades or prioritize protecting the artifacts. This tense situation forces difficult choices and reveals the high stakes of their mission. A chaotic escape ensues as the team flees with the artifacts while under heavy attack. They make their way through an old escape tunnel, heading towards their ship. The pursuit is relentless, highlighting the determination of their adversaries to obtain the artifacts. The team reaches their ship under intense fire. They face a difficult decision between escaping and attempting to rescue their comrades at the Eye. This moment emphasizes the personal cost of their mission and the moral dilemmas they face. The Hunter confronts the team, hinting at a greater purpose behind the artifacts and suggesting a larger role for the protagonists. This cryptic encounter adds depth to the mystery surrounding the artifacts and their significance. The aftermath of the attack is revealed, with casualties among the team. The survivors grapple with their losses and reaffirm their commitment to solving the mystery of the artifacts. This emotional moment underscores the personal toll of their quest. The team strategizes on how to protect the artifacts from future attacks, considering remote locations or mobile storage. They also reflect on the competition they face, including the Starborn and the Hunter. This planning session demonstrates their adaptability and determination in the face of increasing challenges. A team member recalls the Hunter mentioning Unity, connecting it to teachings of the Sanctum Universum. They propose seeking insight from Keeper Aquilus, hoping to find answers about the artifact's purpose. This development introduces a spiritual or philosophical dimension to their quest. The team meets with Keeper Aquilus to discuss the concept of unity. Aquilus shares an ancient story about a pilgrim who discovered the true meaning of unity, suggesting it might be more than a metaphor. He directs them to seek information from the House of Enlightenment and a captured zealot. This conversation opens new avenues of investigation and deepens the mystery surrounding the artifacts. The team encounters a zealot who speaks cryptically about a great serpent that will entwine the universe. This mysterious message adds another layer to the complex narrative surrounding the artifacts and their significance in the universe. The passage describes a mythical battle between Jinan and an unbeliever. Jinan, driven by faith in the Great Serpent, repeatedly fights the unbeliever over 120 rotations of their planet. Despite the unbeliever's false prophecies and resurrections, Jinan remains steadfast in his conviction, viewing it as a test from the Great Serpent. The narrator dismisses this tale as blasphemy, emphasizing that strength and conviction are paramount in showing worthiness to the Great Serpent. The narrative shifts to a conversation about a mysterious Unity Pilgrim. Despite no official records, there are detailed exchanges between founding members and a figure known as the Drifter. These discussions centered on philosophical questions about morality, cooperation, and the absence of divine influence in human ethics. The founding members argued that individuals must choose to help each other without the promise of eternal rewards, emphasizing personal responsibility in improving society. The narrator speculates that the founding members may have invented these stories to experiment with creating their own scripture, possibly due to hesitation about openly embracing atheism in the early days. The records of the Drifter eventually cease, and no similar accounts appear afterward. The conversation then turns to decoding potential coordinates hidden within these stories, possibly pointing to a specific location in space. The dialogue explores the concept of unity and its various interpretations. It challenges the listener to consider how their own beliefs and experiences might influence their perception of unity once discovered. The speaker emphasizes the importance of maintaining objectivity in the pursuit of truth, while acknowledging the inherent difficulty in completely separating personal biases from scientific inquiry. The scene changes dramatically as the protagonist is invited aboard a ship to meet another starborn entity. The situation is tense, with references to past conflicts and ambushes. Despite this, a temporary ceasefire is proposed to facilitate a meeting and potentially provide answers to pressing questions. The invitation comes with a personal guarantee of safety, emphasizing the importance of this encounter. The meeting reveals complex dynamics among the Starborn, who are described as diverse individuals with varying motivations. The conversation touches on past confrontations and the pursuit of artifacts. A key revelation is made about the nature of unity. It is described as a gateway where the Starborn were reborn, connecting multiple universes. The speaker claims to have experienced hundreds of universes and become Starborn through this process. The dialogue delves deeper into the nature of the Starborn and their pursuit of artifacts. It is revealed that collecting all artifacts can open the way to unity, granting immense power. This pursuit often leads to conflict and chaos across universes. The speaker argues against the notion of worthiness, instead emphasizing persistence, luck, and skill as key factors in success. The concept of eternity and its allure is introduced as a driving force behind these conflicts. The conversation explores the profound implications of entering Unity. It is described as a transformative experience that offers the chance to become Starborn, but at the cost of leaving one's universe and former self behind. The speaker touches on the ethical dilemmas this power presents, including the potential for its abuse. The artifacts, when assembled, form the Armillary, a model of the multiverse that grants access to the center of creation. The speaker reflects on their numerous experiences across different universes, noting the protagonist's unusual success as a point of interest. They contrast their approach of direct action with others who prefer alliances and careful timing. The conversation hints at the cyclical nature of these events across universes, with different outcomes and roles for the various players involved. The speaker expresses a sense of novelty in the current situation. The speaker offers guidance towards finding another artifact, directing the protagonist to the moon of old Earth. They encourage exploring the dangers associated with these artifacts firsthand. The speaker also suggests consulting with Constellation colleagues for additional information on remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. The scene ends with a shift to preparations for a gathering to bid farewell, hinting at significant revelations and potential farewells. The concept of multiple universes is introduced, with the Starborn seeking artifacts that are keys to unlocking the infinite. This presents an opportunity to reach something akin to a god, though the physiological and mental changes required for interuniversal travel are daunting. The dilemma of whether this leads to enlightenment or oblivion is posed. The discussion shifts to repairing equipment and inventorying items after recent events, with mentions of glimpses from an eye at the fringes of known space. The artifacts are revealed to have unlocked the secret of interstellar travel, enabling the creation of settled systems beyond Earth. However, this came at a great cost: the loss of Earth's habitability. Early gravity drives, built using artifact technology, gradually depleted Earth's atmosphere. This led to the forced exodus of humanity to the stars, raising questions about the ethics of such a decision and the right to make it on behalf of billions. The power of the artifacts is emphasized, along with the potential for tyranny if misused. A conflict emerges between different factions seeking control of the artifacts. One side, represented by an entity claiming to be more powerful than the emissary, attempts to persuade the protagonist to join them. They argue for pragmatism over philosophy and claim to want the protagonist's success. The other side, aligned with the emissary, rejects this offer. The scene concludes with a challenge, setting up a final confrontation at a buried temple where the fate of the last artifact will be decided. A somber moment of reflection follows, possibly a memorial service. The speaker acknowledges the sacrifices made in the pursuit of progress and exploration. Various individuals offer their perspectives on loss, existence, and the nature of reality. One quotes a philosophical text pondering the nature of God and existence. Another speaks about the absence of an afterlife, emphasizing the responsibility of the living to create meaning. A third offers a scientific view of death, finding comfort in the continuity of the universe. The narrative shifts to a more personal interaction, possibly with a character named Rook, who has recently experienced loss. The concept of multiple universes and time travel is reintroduced, suggesting the presence of a visitor from another reality. This encounter leaves the grieving character contemplating the implications while requesting some time alone to process their loss. The story progresses to a climactic moment where all artifacts have been collected. Characters reflect on their journey and the potential consequences of their actions. There's a sense of both accomplishment and apprehension about what comes next. Concerns are raised about the well-being of a character named Barrett, who assures others that despite past hardships, they are coping well. The final act unfolds as characters reach a place called the Unity, described as the center of space and time. This location is portrayed as a nexus of all possibilities, where past, present, and future converge. A choice is presented: to become starborn by merging with the essence of the universe, or to return to their original reality. The decision is framed as having profound implications for both the individual and the universe they leave behind. As the characters contemplate their choices, they are offered a glimpse into potential futures and the consequences of their decisions.